Have you ever wondered what the world would be like if marijuana wasn't an illegal drug and it could be passed around between anybody and everybody? According to a 2012 USA Today survey, 7.3% of Americans aged 12 or older reported to using marijuana on a regular basis, and that is a huge number. I was interested in this topic because this is a popular topic among news. Different states are trying to get it legalized, and I just wanted to catch myself up on what's going on. I know that this seems to be a very hot topic around the news feed, so I just kind of wanted to do a little bit more research and get a little bit more knowledgeable about the drug itself. Going in the medical field, I know that I will see a lot of things about it, I will hear a lot of things about it, and I just kind of wanted to start learning now. I'm going to hit on 3 different topics today. The first topic that I'm going to talk to you about is what is marijuana and basically how it affects us. Second, I'm going to talk about when marijuana became illegal and why. And then last, I'm going to talk about the trend that's going on between the United States, different states that have already legalized marijuana, things like that. So let's go ahead and get started with all that. So first, what is marijuana and how does it affect us? Marijuana is dried, shredded leaves, stems, or seeds from a cannabis sativa plant, basically a hemp plant. You can grind it up, I believe. There are different ways that you can ingest it, smoke it, eat it. There are several different ways people, I'm sure, get crafty with this, but those are the few ways that I did read about. Basically what it is, there is the main psychoactive ingredient in it that goes to our brain straight, and it's basically, it's THC, I think it's delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol, I believe is the name of it. As soon as it hits us, it heightens our senses, it puts us in a state of relaxation. That is why people like it, I guess. But it's not anything good for your brain. I know there was a New Zealand survey that basically people from the age 13 to 38, they dropped their IQ about 8 points. They had been smoking marijuana over those years, and they had dropped their IQ about 8 points. So it definitely isn't helping your brain at all to be smoking the marijuana, but that's just a little bit about marijuana and how it affects us. And so now I'm going to talk about a little bit about when it became illegal and why. Basically, it wasn't illegal up until the 19th century, early 19th century. Basically, this plant started coming around, and people started ingesting it, and there were people that thought that it was causing violence around, and they basically wanted to put a stop to it. So they actually banned it for good in the early 19th century, and they basically said this was causing too much commotion. We need to make this illegal. It's a drug, and we need to make it illegal. I know that the New York Academy of Medicine put out a report right after it became illegal saying, no, this wasn't causing people to be crazy and things like that. We don't need to put a law against it, but obviously they didn't win that battle because it's still illegal in most states. So that is when marijuana became illegal, and people fought to keep it legal, but of course they didn't win that battle. Lastly, we're just going to talk about the trend that's taking place. I know you guys have probably heard it in the news if you watch anything of the news. I believe there's 20 states that have already legalized it as far as medicinal use. So basically, if the doctor recommends that you should have marijuana to help you because you're sick or whatever's wrong with you, then that's fine. But there are only 2 states, Washington and Colorado, that have legalized it for medicinal and recreational. Basically, the doctor can tell you to do it, or you can do it you don't have to have permission to do it. I believe there's only a certain amount you can have on you at a time, but I think it depends on each state. So we talked about what marijuana is. We talked about a little bit of what it does to your brain, when it became illegal, why people fought for it, and now people are trying to make it legal again today for medicinal and recreational uses. So I'm sure this topic is going to be around for quite some time, and we're going to be hearing about it for quite some time. So everybody's going to always have their own opinions about things. So I hope this was informative for you guys. I hope I told you something that you didn't already know. So, all right, thank you guys.